Is 10 of Bittensor's native cryptocurrency called TAO good enough for me? Well, arguably, I would say yes, because I think 10 is actually a very good amount, even though I'm not telling anyone to buy TAO, and this is just my perspective. Now, the reason why is because if, let's say, TAO were to go to the price of $10,000, which is my price target for it during this bull run, now, of course, at that point, 10 TAO would hypothetically be worth $100,000. And now I think the initial reaction that some people may have is the fact that, oh, wow, 100,000, I mean, what can you really do with that? They may argue that homes are very expensive. And I totally understand that. But here's the thing, $100,000, right? I mean, I don't see why that's that bad. First of all, many people that I know out there, they're not just only holding TAO. They have many other projects out there in their portfolio. So if, let's say, I make up this make-believe scenario, right? Let's say there's this very well-diversified portfolio, and then somewhere along there, there's 10 TAO. And then let's say TAO does go to the price of $10,000, hypothetically $100,000 that holding is worth. In theory, I don't see why that's that bad. First of all, again, many people think it's not a good amount, but I know some people out there that have around $50,000 and they went traveling around the world for around 2 years. Now, it's not like they were living this 5-star lifestyle, going to 5-star hotels and these fancy restaurants every day. They weren't doing that, but still, with that amount, they were able to travel, have a good time, meet new people, gain new experiences, see new places. So, again, sometimes people like to say, oh, if it's not $1 million, it's not good enough. Well, again, many people that I know out there, they're not just only holding TAO. Not to mention $100,000, I think, is hypothetically a pretty good down payment for a pretty decent home. So, again, I don't view this as a bad thing. Now, even beyond that, some people may be thinking, okay, $10,000 is impossible when it comes to TAO. What do you mean by that? Well, I'm going to disagree with that because if, let's say, TAO were to go to that price, considering current circulating supply, market cap would be around $86.5 billion. That's around a 28x from here, by the way. Dogecoin, keep in mind, back in 2021 reached over $80 billion in market cap. BNB that year reached over $100 billion in market cap. I just kind of feel like Bittensor is way more revolutionary. I think it has more to really make an impact. And not to mention as well, the way you take a look at it is that during the peak of the 2021 bull run, there was around 300 million crypto owners. And 300 million is not a bad amount, by the way, but currently we have over 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research. And I don't think we're even at the peak of a hypothetical bull run. I mean, imagine, right? Let's say Bitcoin goes to the price of $150,000, $200,000. At that point, there might be a lot more new crypto owners. Maybe over 700 million, who knows? Only time will tell. But the way you take a look at it is that there's way more bullish factors this time around. Take a look at the Bitcoin ETF, the Ethereum ETF, the number of institutional investors, the amount of enterprise adoption. I just kind of feel like this bull run hypothetically is far from over. Now, why is Bittensor an amazing project? Because it's focused on two amazing markets, in my opinion. And it may seem kind of simple, but the way you take a look at it is that, again, there's brighter days ahead in theory for these markets. First of all, Bittensor is, of course, focused on something called AI. Now, AI, I get it. A lot of these AI-centered projects, not too long ago, they weren't doing that good. Some of them we're seeing have a pretty okay recovery, but really there's better days ahead. But in my opinion, first of all, these projects were no stranger to the pullback. Like many projects out there focused on blockchain gaming, NFTs, DeFi, they also had a pullback along with the whole space overall not too long ago. Not to mention, I think there's brighter days ahead because according to Grandview Research, the AI market is expected to be worth nearly $2 trillion by 2030. I mean, that's a very big amount. The GDP of Brazil, and Brazil, I love Brazil, and the GDP again of Brazil was around $2 trillion back in 2024. So I think that if anything really puts into perspective that, hey, you know what? The AI market could hypothetically be very massive. Now, here's the thing. Some people view machine learning as this kind of market that really doesn't have much to give. But in my opinion, there could be hypothetically a lot to prove when it comes to this because the machine learning market is expected to be worth, at least according to Fortune Business Insights, over $200 billion by 2029. So that's very impressive. Again, that's bigger than some countries' GDP. Now, when it comes to Bittensor, it has been stated that, again, it is a decentralized blockchain network acting as a peer-to-peer ecosystem for creating, training, sharing, and trading AI and machine learning models. Now, some people may find this as a bunch of jargon. They may think it's kind of complicated, but again, it's kind of simple. The way you take a look at it is that when I take a look at Bittensor, focus on AI, focus on machine learning. That's pretty much all I really need to know, but I'm going to mention some more because it is a decentralized marketplace that brings together providers and consumers of machine learning algorithms and models. So yeah, again, this type of stuff, unless we're like enthusiasts or like, these type of individuals who might be developers or something like that, I don't think we'd really care about the details. But again, personally for me, all I care about is that Bittensor is focused on AI, it's focused on machine learning, and I like those markets. So that's pretty much it. I think there's no need to overcomplicate things and try to read like a 2-page document and study every single thing. It's like, it's a little bit boring, to be honest. I don't do that type of stuff. But even besides that, the way I view it is that, again, Tao, hypothetical upside, is it the greatest? Absolutely not, but it's good enough for me. And the way I take a look at it is that, again, all I can do right now is stay patient, hold, and I just wait. That's it. Because I believe that Bittensor, it has the right pieces in place. Some other projects out there, there's no clear direction. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know what they're really developing. We don't really know what their main focus is. We don't really know if the community is proven in terms of the passion and the drive. Also, the exchange listings are really not the best in some cases. But Bittensor is very polished, like in a sense that the community is very passionate. We do know that. Not to mention good exchange listings when it comes to TAO, its native cryptocurrency. And also, it has a clear and set direction. Focus on machine learning, focus on AI. It's a very polished project. It has the right tools in place. All it needs to do is wait for a fully fledged bull run. But I'm willing to stay patient because it's a very amazing project. And TAO historically has been showcased to go along with the market, right? It has been showcased that, hey, when the market does do well, this has been known to go along with the ride. So if the market does hypothetically do even better, let's say Bitcoin goes to under 50,000, 200,000, and maybe even beyond, I think TAO could hypothetically join that ride, and $10,000 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. And if someone asked me, hey, is 10 TAO good enough? Arguably, in my case, even though, again, I can't tell anyone to buy TAO, this is just my perspective, I would say arguably, yeah, it's a pretty good amount for me, even though that's not financial advice. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. It's Malik the Captain, and I'll catch you all on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.